The EpiPen controversy continues. Mylan Pharmaceuticals announced it's going to offer its own generic version of the EpiPen. That version will be offered for half the price of the EpiPen that's on the market now, that has caused so much conversation and resulted in much controversy in the last couple of weeks. Joining us now to talk about this is WPTV's medical expert, Dr. David Soria. Thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. Good
I
morning.
know you're fired up about this, as a lot of people understandably are, especially because this is a life-saving device. The first thing that popped into my mind when the firestorm erupted and Mylan, when it didn't go away, said, okay, we'll do a generic. Well, what took them so long?
Oh, right. I mean, in a generic, again, it's the same product, and so if you can justify creating a generic for the lower cost, then really just because you call it EpiPen and it's a brand, how are you really justifying the $600 price tag? And so, and then really also the $300 price cut, even that seems a little bit exorbitant, right? So yeah, I am a little fired up about this because, you know, this is where I think the public and pharmaceuticals, there's that lack of trust. There's a lot of concern. And the reality is that there's only so much money that we can use as a nation for health care. And when you have just egregious gouging. Now, let's first assume that they're going to look into any increase in expenses and whether there not be any contribution from co-pays and so forth. But let's just say that that's not the case and that the increase of 600% occurred for absolutely no justification at all. And then you have CEO Bresh, whose salary went up from $2 million to $19 million. There's no justification. Then this is where the concern is. We have limited dollars that we can allocate toward health care, and we're putting it in the pockets unnecessarily when it could be allocated toward other things.
I understand the drug that is the life-saving drug in the EpiPen is not expensive. So what makes the EpiPen so expensive?
It really isn't. I mean, the epinephrine, it's only 0.3 milligrams. It's actually relatively simple. There's really no justification for it costing that much. They have a monopoly. They increase the price, and as of right now, without any further research or investigation, there's no justification for it, and they're going to have a real hard time proving to the public and certainly to Congress that it's worth that cost.
But if you have to have it to save a life, and in fact they do save lives, you're kind of stuck.
That's correct, and that's really what's even more unfortunate, is that they're using this or that leverage against the public to make profits.
It's not life-saving if you can't afford it and can't have it.
No, it's a horrible thing, and I think we'll get to the bottom of it, I hope.
All right, Dr. Soria, thanks for your input.
You're welcome.